Hi, I'm John, and welcome back to Dice Paper Miniatures. In today's episode, we start off with the new Warhammer Fest online series. Warhammer Fest started today. We got a bunch of new previews to look at, and the first one up is going to be for Chaos for Warhammer 40K. This one's really cool. Can't wait to get started, so let's begin. So yeah, as I mentioned, this will be a series of videos covering all the things from Warhammer Fest 2022. It runs from May 4th through the 7th. So the first one up is that Chaos Army for Warhammer 40K, and it starts off with these Chaos Cultist models. There's actually, in this article, a link to all the different previews that they went over live on Twitch earlier today. Okay, so here we are at the Chaos specific article. All right, so right off the bat, we're going to start off with the teaser video they showed us. So let me get the volume dialed in and we'll get started. All right, so let's fire it up. Nice. These look amazing. I almost feel like maybe GW's painting style, the heavy metal studio style, doesn't quite do these justice, but I am happy to see they went for it on these designs. Dig it. These are so good. Obviously great for 40k, but these cultists I think will be amazing in something like Necromunda too. And if they get rules for kill team, even better. Those are sexy. So that was amazing. Let's check out the rest of these models. Hopefully we get a bunch of stills. Right on. So we start right off with the Possessed. Yeah, fantastic sculpts. Again, it's great that the heavy metal studio does their style because it really helps kind of define all the different elements of the model. But I think as far as a grimdark setting goes, a much more grungier kind of John Blanche style, Blanchitsu, right, is probably going to be more appropriate for this type of look, in my opinion. But these are fantastic. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but I will admit this one right here is pretty epic. I like this one, yeah, equally as well. So many great designs. All right, let's see what else we have here. So some close-ups, super cool. But yeah, these look great. I dig the details. Let's check out these new cultists. So these kind of have the same vibe, if you will, to the what we saw in the Blackstone Fortress, but with even more character. And I dig these too. So funny thing, I actually was going to convert a bunch of the old, I think it was the 7th edition cultists. I think it was 7th. Man, maybe it was even 6th edition. Where we had Chaos Cultists, those older sculpts. And I had bought in a bunch of those boxes because they were dirt cheap before. I think they're now unavailable. And now I see why, because these refreshed designs, way better. Yeah, so those old cultists may just become like bits for terrain scenery of just like disembodied parts on the battlefield. So these are cool. These are very cool. All right, I know there's a bunch more here. So these are the accursed cultists. These do borderline just gross, which is what they should do. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I dig this one. Eyeballs and the tentacles. Again, such a clean paint style almost doesn't do these justice. I feel like this is one of my favorite ones out of this batch so far. And this one, the tentacle coming out of the mouth, very disturbing. Yeah, these two are probably my favorite. I do like the tentacle and eyeball one. Shoot. I think I like all of them, other than this was probably my least favorite. This one's just a little bit on the disturbing side. I mean, in a good way, but I really like the designs of these other ones a little bit more, but they're all great. Wow. Like 10 for 10 so far, folks who have designed these. Okay, so what are these? The torments. Okay. These definitely, I feel like, will be improved upon with a little bit more grim, dark, grungier paint style. Um, I would say when I was younger, I wouldn't have been a fan of the design of these. Like, these are too far. But as I've gotten older and been exposed to more paint styles that are out there, uh, I think these have great potential. But these are pretty bizarre. But kudos again for they went for it. I can't complain about that. These are great designs too. And I can appreciate that they went for it. so rad. All right. Out of these, there's pros and cons to each one. I don't necessarily have a favorite. I think they're all cool in their own way. And there's some more. So we have the Dark Commune. These are cool because I remember thinking to myself when I was watching the video, watching the Twitch live stream, these are kind of like the trifecta of designs because I think they work well for 40K. I think they work probably, arguably, even better for Necromunda. And I think they can actually work well, removing a few bits, you could use them in Age of Sigmar. I think these are just so cool. I heard some comments that they look a little bit like the Lord of the Rings, the Ring Race, Nazgul. Sure, I guess, but whatever. I dig it. This standard bearer, that standard bearer is super rad. This feels very Warcry to me. Just remove, the 40K technical bits and you're good to go. And I dig the concept. I'm not sure about the execution without seeing this model more in the round, but this Warp Psyker, who basically is on life support via being plugged into the cultists. Gruesome stuff, but super dig it. Yeah. A lot. Man. All of these are great in their own way. Fantastic job. All right, so it goes on to say this squad is the festering heart of any chaos cult and offers a profane platter of prayers and powers. The priestly cult demagogue leads the congregation, accompanied by the psychic mind witch and inspiring Iconrack, all guarded by two blessed blades whose sword skills keep unbelievers at bay. Yeah, so, and here's kind of like a full collection of all of chaos. Those possess, you really get a sense of scale when you can compare them to the size of the Chaos Terminators. I mean, fantastic. Fantastic. This is a bit of a tangent. I really wanted to see more from the Soulblight Gravelords, and I felt like those could have been pushed a lot more, or just, they haven't even updated things like the Graveguard. Again, I know, total tangent. But when I see how they approach things like Chaos and some of these other new sculpts we'll be seeing, it gives me hope that hopefully the design team will find their footing and get on a common path with how they should make the aesthetic of the Soulblight look, because they should be a dark, menacing looking faction too. And right now they're just kind of like a little bit all over the place. Again, I know it's a tangent, but yeah, that's all we have so far, but that was a lot for Chaos. We'll see in some of these other previews, they're a little bit lighter. We got hit with all the good stuff, I think, right away, right from the beginning. And that's okay. But what do you all think of this particular preview? If you're a Chaos player, does it scratch that itch? For me, it does. I've been a fan of Chaos for a long time. I dig the army. I dig the aesthetic, especially when you see paint styles that go in that more grim, dark path, if you will. But yeah, I think these are awesome. I'd love to hear what you have to say about them in the comments below. And if you haven't yet and you've enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and sharing this content with your friends. It really does help with the growth of the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. That's it for this one, but definitely stay tuned as I will have some other videos coming out that go into each one of these previews that we saw from the live stream today on Twitch for Warhammer Fest 2022. That's it for this one. Thanks again for joining me today. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.